Hey, how's it going? I started to do a video this morning when I was out for a walk. It was a beautiful morning, and I was out with the dog at about 7 o'clock. Really cold, about -6 degrees, but lovely, crisp morning, sunshine. And about 12 seconds in, my phone ran out of battery, so I had to sack that off. And here I am, mid-afternoon, and the blizzard that's coming in from Siberia is looks like it's just hitting now, and I've got to go out in a few moments. Actually, that's a lie. I don't have to go out, but I'm going to go out because I want to go to the gym, having recovered from my jiu-jitsu extravaganza at the weekend. So today I have been working on a new talk, which I'm giving tomorrow, and I'd completely forgotten about this. And this was kind of what happened this morning. I was walking along, and oh my goodness, I've got it's actually the Toastmasters International Speech Contest tomorrow night, the local club level. And I've put myself in for it. I don't normally do the speech contest, often because I don't kind of have the time. That's what I tell myself. I don't have the time. Oh, blimey, this slow is settling. Sorry, I don't have the time to sit down and plan a talk when I've got so many other busy things. But I think, well, why not this year? I'm the club president. It could be a good idea, a good opportunity to do something. So it's, as I said yesterday or the day before, I need to have a bit of a focus, need to have a deadline to start getting my thoughts into moving in the right direction. What's been interesting is that how quickly the ideas have come for this particular talk. It's a talk on the beginner's mind, which I'd been kind of using for myself, but from a completely the wrong angle. I've been talking about the beginner's mind to myself as the approach of being a beginner in new contexts, in jiu-jitsu in particular for me, and how how I've really, really embraced and enjoyed being a complete beginner in that process. But actually, the beginner's mind comes from Zen Buddhism, and I believe it's pronounced Shoshin, although I will have to check that before I say it out loud anywhere else in public. Shoshin, maybe Shoshin. I'm sure I can figure it out. But anyway, the beginner's mind is how we approach existing skills, existing understandings and beliefs about the way the world works with a beginner's mind, with an openness, a curiosity, an eagerness to learn and perhaps to be proved wrong and find a better way, a better approach. So it is, again, something that I've used and done personally. I just never really thought about it as something that we can kind of marry these two things together and use something I can potentially use as a story and a lesson. So that's what the talk is about. The Toastmasters talks, they're only 5 to 7 minutes long, so they're not long ones. I just written it out longhand, which is unusual for me. I don't normally do that. In fact, this worked really well for me today. I've had a bit of time in the house after I was out all morning up in Bicester, working away from Perch Co-working, which is a pretty cool co-working space. So I was there this morning, and I came back and I had an hour or so, so I thought I'd just quickly spend a bit of time doing this. So I got my phone and I just put it on to, I knew roughly what I wanted to say. I put it on to kind of the voice memos and just recorded myself going through and stopping and starting, just kept the whole thing going. And then I played it back, hence the headphones, although I probably could have taken them out by now. Played it back to myself and just wrote down the good bits, wrote down the things that worked and worked on the things that didn't work. And it seems to be pretty good way of doing it. I don't know if it would work for a longer talk, so a 45 to 60 minute talk, because I think I need to get a bit more structure before I just blurb it out. But this really has worked, and it's probably the fastest I've put a speech together. I think it needs to be worked on a little bit more. It's probably on the slightly short side of things, so there's a couple of bits I've already noted that I can work on and expand on. But pretty happy with that process, and glad that I took on this opportunity to give a talk instead of doing my usual, which is to take part in the evaluations contest, which I love. I love doing the evaluations. So that's me today. Looks like the blizzard is settling in. It actually oh, hang on there. I was going to say it looks worse on the video than it does in real life, but that's a lie because it is settling thick and fast. In fact, I had told the wife I was going to do a poo clean in the garden before the snow came down. I think I might need to do that before I go out, otherwise there's going to be some interesting snowmen be built if we do get a covering of it. So yes, I'm going to quickly do the wonderful job of clearing poos in the garden, and then I'm going to crack on, get to town, and do some more work before hitting the gym. Lovely to speak again to you. Really, this has been. Oh, I won't go on. I was going to say about how this has kind of been awesome for me to do these little videos, and with 0 views, and to really be embracing that. In fact, I'll probably I might even change the name of this to the 0 view series, just to really kind of hammer that home, and just never tell anybody about them. So all this work will just be selfishly for me. Right, I'm off. Enough rambling for one day. I'll catch you with an update tomorrow. Bye for now.